Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Minneapolis Stadium, MHS Stadium, on May 2nd, 2017. It's a beautiful 64 degrees out. 2 days after 28 inches of snow fell in Wallace, Kansas. A paltry 17 inches fell in Colby. And we had a little bit on the radar at 4:30 in the morning on May 1 above Minneapolis and the rest, but fortunately we just got rain. Dale Leach here for the annual MHS invite. This is a junior varsity meet. Mike Perry will be joining me. The field events are pretty much done. Right now they're in the girls 1600 meter. They've done the 100 meter run. They finalized them because there weren't enough participants to go with prelims and finals. So I don't have the results of those. Some of the schools here today are Abilene, Beloit Squad, Concordia, Chapman, Clay Center, Smoky Valley, Republic County, Russell. Looks like possibly some Sacred Heart people. And those are some of the names I'm seeing jump off the heat sheets here that I've been provided. So pretty good size meet with some 4A and 3A competition and some 2A. Like I say, running right now the girls 1600, excuse me. The boys 1600 will be coming up shortly. That's 4 laps around. And scheduled for Minneapolis are Isaiah Sherbert and Alex Cooter. We'll have to see how that, and Trenton Brubaker. Jackson Metzler. So 4 Minneapolis runners. There has to be probably 2 heats because they've got. Okay, the first ones I was reading was the junior varsity, which will be followed by the varsity. So on the junior varsity will be Isaiah Sherbert and Alex Cooter. On the varsity will be Trenton Brubaker and Jackson Metzler. So we'll be back with probably the varsity boys going on the 1600. Okay, we do have a runner in the 1600. Looks like Lauren Gregg is going to try to get 5th. And she might get 4th. Oh. Real close as she capsizes over the finish line. Big meet here today, Mike. Junior varsity, a lot of schools. Well, here are, oh yeah, you've got the same thing I have. We'll be back with the boys 1600 varsity coming up. Okay, we are in the midst of the gun lap on the junior varsity boys 1600 meter. There's a Minneapolis lad, we're not sure who he is, that has led throughout until just about the last 100 meters. He's fallen into second now. He's making a push to come back. But I think he's got too far to go. Chapman kid is turning that on.
Good strong finish. Not sure who that lad is, but does good finish. Can you hear me okay?
Yep. You might need to turn you up some. And then we have Well, we did have Isaiah Sherbert. I'm not where he's at. Sure he's at right now.
He's
Oh, here he
down
is,
to
coming right now.
right now.
So Minneapolis with a second in the junior varsity competition. The boys varsity will be coming up, and then that we should have Brubaker, Trenton Brubaker, and Jackson Metzler. We'll be back to that as they line up.
Like that.
Yep. Okay, I think we were paused there. We're getting ready for the boys 1600 varsity. Going to have Trenton Brubaker and Jackson Metzler for the Lions. Brubaker's best time of the year is 5:18.11. Metzler's 5:24. Brubaker's seated 6th. Metzler 9th. The top runner is Aaron Modrow of Chapman, 4:41.99. Then there's two St. John Beloit kids, 4:42.3 and 4:43. David Lutkin and Adam Bates.
Jackson supporting a new hairdo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that last night in the forensics showcase up here at the high school. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 runners. Minneapolis runners are both on the outside in lane 8.
Who's our starter tonight?
I'm not sure. Is that the guy from Russell?
400-meter relay. Now we're getting into the thick of things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do have a couple pretty good runners from, say, St. John's of Beloit.
Yes, and I don't know if they're in lane 1 there or not. Here,
I would
give
guess.
you the sheet.
Oh, and the Chapman runners are pretty decent there. He should be in lane 2. Usually after a lap there, you can tell the runners with the better times will be right out there in front.
In third place, Jason McKinney, Minneapolis. In second place, Brett Stintz, Republic County. And your champion, Tanner Hittenbach of Chapman with a distance of 157 and 5 inches.
Pretty good throw. Big Jace took third.
The girls' 100-meter dash varsity finals. In sixth place, Clara Eilert of Beloit St. John's. In fifth place, Madison Scott of Republic County.
Metzler's running
Zoe Shoup of Minneapolis.
7th, and Brubaker is going to pass him into 7th.
And your champion, Liddy Little of Chapman with a time of 12:35.
3 laps to go. We'll be back as the race proceeds.
Zoe Shoup, did you get the 100-meter finals?
No,
She got 4th place
Well, good.
in the 100-meter. Say, I just heard that.
Says 1 lap, but I didn't hear a gun or a bell. Should be the gun lap here. Trenton Brubaker is running 6th, excuse me. No, 7th. Metzler 8th. And we got quite a race between two St. John Beloit runners. They're just walking away from the Chapman kid. Running away from the Chapman kid, I should say.
Yeah, it will be a race between the two, won't it? David Lipkin and Adam Bates from St. John's of Beloit will finish 1-2. Which is which? The long-legged guy would be my pick. as he's right there. Chapman's Aaron Modrow had a better time than the two St. John's kids, but he ends up third.
And there's another Chapman runner. And Trenton Brubaker coming in here. Still running 7th, is that about right, Mike?
I believe so, and Jackson Etzler right behind him. Good finish. Curious to know if their time was better. Nice cool day.
Nice cool day with just very little breeze, so wind really shouldn't be a factor. So next up will be the 400-meter relays. We'll be back. Is there a Minneapolis? Okay, the Minneapolis 4x1 boys varsity coming up.
Oh, you got a sheet for that too?
Got a sheet for that. I got sheets for everything. 5 teams, I know only 4 are out there. Leadoff runner is who?
Trayvon Thomas.
Is that Trayvon? Okay.
Caden McCulloch is advertised as number 2. Derek Green and Lane Sanders. And that's Trayvon. Off to a pretty good start. The Abilene kid is running a very good corner. This is that's Chase Donovan.
This must be junior varsity.
That would be Chase.
Is there a JV sheet there too?
Yep.
I said that's not McCulloch.
Contreras ran the leadoff, and Chase Donovan. This should be Kenny Kirk. And then Jonah Osherman. That is Jonah Osherman. He's a lot faster than his dad.
Yeah.
And we take third. This would be the JV 4x1 boys. Minneapolis with a strong third place finish there. Now we'll get the varsity.
I guess he got that fast out running his dad. Is that it?
Varsity will be Trayvon Thomas, Caden McCulloch, Derek Green, and Lane Sanders. And they're backing into the blocks already. Minneapolis out in lane 6. Yes, that's Trayvon.
Yes. Well, the league meet, NCAA league meet, is at Ellsworth this year, and the regional is at Russell. I was hoping that one of those might be in Minneapolis this year. I guess the league could be in Minneapolis next year with the alphabetical rotation.
Oh.
Yes, I don't think there's anybody between Minneapolis and Ellsworth in the alphabet. Seems like it's been a long time.
It has.
Since we had the league meet here, and even longer since we had a regional. Well, we're waiting, so we'll pop off for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, all the white flags are up on the curb. Mr. Smith has them set, ready to go. Trayvon Thomas from Minneapolis in lane 6.
Abilene lane 2, Chapman 3. Play center there in the middle with probably the best time of the lot. Trey Thomas hands off to Caden McCulloch. That is Caden McCulloch. He gets to rolling along after a while, doesn't he?
Yeah. Gets it in motion.
Here we go.
That's Sherbert. Third one.
No,
Oh.
Derek Green.
Oh, okay, Green. Okay.
This should be Lane Sanders. He's got some work to do.
And Minneapolis with a fourth. Out of, was that third or fourth?
Third.
Third. Third out of 5.
According to the times, that's where we should have been.
Nice effort. We'll be back with the 400-meter runs.
Excuse me, Dale. With the times, we got in front of one team that had a faster time than us. So
good.
Did well.
All right, the girls 400-meter dash varsity. You got 3 runners out there for the Lady Lions. Or is it 4, Mike?
Well, I'm seeing 2 anyway.
I think Veneri is maybe in lane 2.
Then I do see 3. Yeah.
Smith in 4. And Zoe Shoup in 6. No, that's not. Oh, that's Caroline Giles in 2. Veneri's not out there. So Caroline Giles in 2. Reagan Smith in 4. Zoe Shoup in 6.
Actually,
2 freshmen and a sophomore for the Lady Lions running.
You sure that's not McNary out there in 6? We'll find out when they get around here. They're just about ready to take off. Varsity girls, 400 meters.
Well, I'm assuming it's Shoup, but I can stand to be corrected on that.
Giles, Smith, and Shoup. Tell by the way she runs that I think it's McNary, but I could be wrong. Smith running good in the middle. Caroline Giles in lane 2.
I think you're right, that is Veneri. Smith's coming up on the inside.
Smith has got a good position. That girl's got to stay in her lane. So Smith might be right there. McNary is close. Giles, she's a distance runner, but she could be there at the end. So we'll have to wait and see. Smith running in second.
A solid second. No, that is Shoup. Zoe Shoup in 3rd.
Yes, that is Shoup. You're right. Smith's going to finish second. Zoe Shoup's going to have to hurry to stay in 3rd. She gets it done, though, I believe.
And Caroline Giles is going to be 6th.
Girls 400 meters. Second,
Good.
a 3rd, and a
6th.
6th.
Well, we'll be back for boys 400 action. Okay, varsity boys 400 meter. Looks like we're going to have 2 heats. Lane Sanders from Minneapolis is going to be in lane 2.
Lane's personal best. They got him listed at 54.19. 54 seconds.
That's moving along.
That's moving along, and as you mentioned, 2 heats, so there must be a heat of even faster time, so could have a big race.
Lane 2 for Lane Sanders.
Yeah, the starter brings him up. Looked like somebody was going to false start. He must have saved somebody. They try to do that. You get going in college and up the way, they will not.
Yeah.
There we go. Good start. 400 meters, so it's almost a dash the complete way. Sanders, pretty good shape there in lane 2.
Moving up. On staggers, he might come out of that pretty good.
He may. I think he will look pretty good once he carries this through the curve.
Girls junior varsity triple jump results in 4th place.
Sanders running strong.
Booze of Abilene.
Dale mentioned comes out of the corner. Stagger, he's got first place for a little while. He's starting to tighten up a little bit, though, isn't he?
Yep. He's going to finish 3rd.
Good finish there.
A couple of longer-legged kids caught him. Moved past. Good effort.
Yes.
Girls long jump junior varsity division in 6th place.
Good effort.
Josie Frederickson.
There'll be no Minneapolis runners in the next heat, so we'll flash off until the 300-meter intermediate hurdles. All right. Girls 300-meter intermediate hurdles. Ashley Reebrock in lane 2 or 3 over there. We'll find out as they move along. This is the varsity competition.
Not lane 4, looks like. No.
Second runner in.
Yes, you're right. I was looking too far out. She is lane 2.
St. John's Beloit runners in first. Reebrock currently 5th.
40, and Ashley went right over that hurdle. And
Very good job.
4th?
5th.
5th. Nicely done.
Results of the girls 400-meter dash varsity division. In 6th place, Zoe Old of Clay Center. In 5th place, Avery Gates of Beloit St. John's. In 4th place, Alexis Hansen of Republic County. 3rd place, Zoe Shoup of Minneapolis. 2nd place, Reagan Smith of Minneapolis. And your champion.
That's pretty much what we saw.
Yep.
All right, junior varsity boys coming up. We should have one runner from Minneapolis on this. That would be Hunter Allison. Looks like he's about mid-pack. Lane 4, maybe.
Yep.
Sitting over there. And I see a Minneapolis. No, I don't. Thought I saw a Minneapolis uniform in 1, but that's orange and black. Thought it was navy blue. Well, when they get the gun up, we'll be back. Okay, guns up on this race. Again, Hunter Allison in lane 1, 2, 3, 4.
We had 7 runners in this heat. This be JV. Allison out there in lane 4. Or at least 4 runners in. Didn't check up at all at the first hurdle, so that's a big plus. He went right over and got over that one as well.
He's moving up.
You can see that he's not checking up when he gets to the hurdle, and it's given him a 5-meter lead.
That's the way you're supposed to run hurdles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tripped on that one. But didn't trip him up.
Looking really good.
Starting to run out of gas.
There he's doing well, but he needs a good hurdle here and a good finish, and he does.
He does it.
First place finish there for Hunter Allison.
Congratulations, Hunter Allison, in the junior varsity event. Varsity event coming up, and there are no Lions in this one, so we'll be back for the 800-meter run. Okay, we join the process, the junior varsity 800-meter run for the girls. Jenna Peterson for the Lady Lions, we think, in 4th place right now, if we're looking at the uniforms correctly. A 2-lap event. Looks like Southeast Sling girl, St. John Beloit girl. No, that's Peterson in 3rd right now. Beloit runner in 4th.
Doing well. And the varsity girls will have quite a few runners.
Boys 800-meter runners, please check in. Boys 800-meter runners. Jamie and
Have
varsity,
Lauren
please
Bragg,
check in.
Caroline Giles, Carly Shoup.
Peterson is now dropping into 4th, and the 5th place runner is making a move on her. Gets Peterson in 5th. It's like a Chapman runner has moved into 1st. And Peterson's going to be passed here, put her in 6th.
Chapman girl will win it.
There's a Clay Center or Smoky Valley runner coming on. Southeast going to take the back. And there's Jenna Peterson.
And we get a 7th place finish from Peterson.
Congratulations, Jenna.
Junior varsity run.
Coming up with varsity contest.
6th place, Jaden Tanner,
If,
Southeast Lane. In 5th place,
Should have
might be 2. Nope, there's
Lauren Bragg,
Carla
Giles,
Shoup is
and
in.
Carly Shoup.
Yep.
Christian Hansen of Concordia.
Carla Shoup is the only Minneapolis runner in this heat.
And your champion, Cahill Johnson.
She's going to be in lane
Clay Center with a time of
5.
56.9.
Odd to have so many heats for an 800.
Yeah, usually they just bunch them up and say go for it.
Double them up. And
Yeah. But I don't see any other girls out there, so this might be the one and only. They're bringing boys up for the next heat.
it could be, Dale. He might have scratched Giles and Bragg. $800 meters.
Well, Greg fell finishing the 400, I think it was. Wasn't that the race? Maybe she
Might have been.
dinged herself up a little bit.
Junior varsity division. 6th place, Shay Larson of Beloit. 5th place, Ashlyn Bryant of Smoky Valley.
Harley running 3rd right now.
Smoky Valley. 3rd place, Hannah Whitley of Clay Center. 2nd place, Selena Aguido of Abilene. And your champion, Shinan Olberding of Abilene, with a time of 1 minute, 10 seconds, 49.
First lap, and Shoup right there in 3rd.
Holding off the 4th place runner for right now. But not for long. The St. John runner behind her now at 6th.
Result of the boys varsity 400-meter run. 6th place, Brandon Dameron of Boyd St. John. 5th place, Matthew Davidson of Clay Center. 4th place, Logan Windholtz of Smoky Valley. Third place, Lane Saunders of Minneapolis. Second place, Carter Couchman of Smoky Valley. And your champion, Robert Lissinger of Chapman with a time at 52:65.
Sheep running in fourth with a St. John's girl right on her hip. See if Carly can hold her off. Chapman girl and Boyd girl are distancing themselves along with the Concordia girl. So race is going to be back there for fourth.
See if Carly can hold the St. John's runner off in the stretch here. It's going to be a challenge.
It's Abilene, isn't it? Abilene, Chapman.
Yep, St. John's runner is going to move into fourth. And Carly Shoup will finish fifth. Next up will be the boys junior varsity, and the Lions will have one runner, I believe. We'll be back. Okay, junior varsity boys 800 meter. Isaiah Sherbert for the Lions in lane 4. We started to see Isaiah come on late in the basketball season for the boys, after transferring from I'm not sure where.
Became a pretty decent scorer. They could depend on him for some scoring off the bench. Attrition, we had a couple injuries, and he even started the game towards the end, didn't he?
Yep, I think so. And was hitting some threes.
Yep. Junior varsity 800 meters.
Isaiah running first right now.
With a long-legged southeast guy right behind him.
Isaiah with a nice lead right now.
Well, it's a nice day, Dale.
10 to 15 meters.
No wind.
No heat.
And no heat. See if he can hold off this Republic County guy.
The southeast of Saline. I bet a almost 20 meter lead now.
One lap to go. Sherbert still running strong. I thought the Republic County kid was going to make a move, but he's not. It's the Abilene kid, and he might get there before it's over with. He's bringing that long-legged southeast kid with him, so still a race.
Let's go, Isaiah. Don't give it away at the end. But the stronger-legged Clay Center guy has got other ideas. So does Republic County. Good run, Isaiah.
Good run. Abilene, Republic County, Minneapolis. I think Southeast will get him. Third place finish for Isaiah Sherbert.
Pretty solid one all the way around. And I don't think we have any varsity runners.
Yeah, we do.
In the 800, do we?
Brent
Brubaker
and Kobe Flegler.
Oh, yes, okay.
Looks like we got two.
I remember reading that now. Flegler, I see out there for sure. Closest, fairly close to us. I'm not sure about Brubaker. We'll be back as they line them up.
16 runners. This is the way I used to remember the 800 starting.
Yeah. All right, boys, varsity 800-meter run coming. Kobe Flegler for the Lions, the lone representative in the race in lane 4, the very inside lane 4. Not sure what the white uniform is right beside him.
Kobe's got a pretty good time, 2:17. White and White actually runs like Brubaker, but
Kobe stoops out to the lead here.
uncharacteristic dress for a Minneapolis runner.
Please report to your starting area.
He's going to fall into second here going in the turn 3 of the first lap.
Varsity 800 meters, 200 will be next.
Come on, Caleb! Come on, Michael! Stay in there, Michael! Come on, Chaz!
No, that's not Kobe. Where's Kobe? Did we lose him?
Well,
Oh, no, there he is. He's about
Yeah,
7th
there he
or
is.
8th.
here on the outside.
I haven't got adjusted to our new uniforms yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th place.
Bottom's almost looking black.
Uh-huh.
Down the back stretch, they go. 300 meters to go. Flegler running strong.
Runners, please check in. 200-meter dash.
Come on,
And now
Michael!
Flegler's going to be 9th.
Dropped a spot there. We'll see if he can kick it in here with 200 meters to go. Everybody else is starting to go for it.
Come on, Michael! Come on, Michael! Go, 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 go!
St. John's Beloit runner leading.
Flash him, Michael! Come on, Michael!
2 runners from Smoky Valley. Play center. And here's Kobe.
And a good strong finish.
All right.
Girls 200 is next.
And I bet we'll have a competitor there.
I bet we do too.
We'll be back. Okay.
Russell did.
Yeah. Junior varsity girls 200-meter coming up. Alexis Wilson in lane 2 for Minneapolis.
Pretty good start. She's kept her pace right there. She's stretched it out against the number 1 runner there in lane 1. I guess lane 2. Going to find herself in 4th place here. That little Abilene girl is going to get her.
Yep.
She did.
Varsity division in 4th place, Republic County.
Her mother's right here.
3rd place, Minneapolis. In 2nd place, Abilene. And in 1st place,
4th place finish for Alexis Wilson.
time at 48.75.
And I don't believe there's any Minneapolis runners in the next heat. We'll be back for the next Minneapolis runners. All right, we have varsity girls 200-meter coming up. Zoe Shoup in lane 1.
Natalie Borman's out there, and she's
What?
well. There's Zoe Shoup out there in that lane. There's Reagan Smith. She's running right there. Zoe Shoop's out there. I thought Natalie Borman was in lane closest to us, but
Okay.
I can't tell. Need binocs.
That's right, we do. Three runners, nonetheless. Natalie Borman, Zoe Shoop, and Reagan Smith. Borman's what, a sophomore, junior?
Sophomore, yeah. Got a pretty good time. Right with Smith and Shoop.
The gun is up.
Shoop is out fast. Borman's on the outside, I thought.
This is Shoop in.
Shoop.
That's Veneri on the very inside. Reagan Smith coming up. So Shoop's going to get second. Veneri fifth. And Smith
Veneri?
about seventh.
I did not see a Natalie Borman.
Nope. So they substituted on the sheet.
Yeah, I haven't seen her all day, so maybe she is a scratch. So Smith, Shoop, and Vigneri in this heat.
Shoop second place.
Boys will be next. It's a good run. Curious to see what her time would be. She had a 27 flat as a personal best. There was a Chapman girl that was 25 something that should have won that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think any Minneapolis runners in the first heat. Looks like the Dietrich Green, whatever his name is lined up with the group that'll be the second heat.
And then nothing after that?
I don't think so.
No.
We'll be back. Just announced Keegan McCulloch got first in the discus for the boys. Caden McCulloch first in the discus for the boys, 109-foot throw. Congratulations, Caden. Last time we saw him, he was running in the 4x1.
Ran the back stretch rather well. So we have Minneapolis runner here will be
Green.
Derek Green.
He's in lane 3 for the boys. Junior varsity contest slated here.
Good start. Good grief. He's right out there right now. Just blew right by the field. He can hold him off. He's going to win this easy, Dale. Dietrich Green. Excuse me, I keep calling him Derek. Dietrich Green.
Pulls away in lane 4. Congratulations, Dietrich. And that will finish the 200-meter competition for the Lions boys. Next events will be the 3,200. We'll be back. Okay, the girls' 800 meters coming up. We have no participants in the girls' event. So we'll be back with the next race that we have a Minneapolis participant.
8 easy laps.
Yeah. Go by real quick too, don't they? Boys 3,200 meter varsity. 2 runners. Supposed to be Cooter and Roth on the schedule. Ross in lane 3, Cooter out in maybe 5. We'll try to catch the beginning lap, but see how they finish.
Yep, he runs like a Cooter, the guy out in lane 6 out there.
Watched him perform in the forensics showcased last night. Did a very good job.
We have 2 heats of the 4x400 meter relay, only 2 heats.
Two heats. Oh.
So as we begin to wrap up the track meet, please police your area teams, your campsites, we appreciate that.
St. John Beloit, you got a guy in front, Chapman.
He looks familiar, the
Placing.
St. John's
Yeah.
kid.
And there's another St. John's kid. Minneapolis. I don't know who that is. In 4th right now, getting ready to be passed.
Well, this is the Cooter kid here. The Roth kid's up there in front.
Well, that's not the Cooter I know, but I'm not going to say it's not a Cooter.
I'm not either going to bet my last dollar on it, no. Be my guess by the look of the face.
Both of us are too long without having any children in school to get to know all these athletes. Minneapolis running 5th right now over here. We'll be back as they finish up the race.
Lead. Now it's 3/4 of the lap. 300-meter lead.
All right, 2 laps to go here in this 3,200 meter. The leader from Beloit St. John's here coming up 300 meters to go in the race. In the blue is about to lap the 2nd place runner. Coming up here another 5 meters. Is that right, Mike?
No, he's got to catch this guy in the blue right here.
Oh, okay.
He's got about 50 meters, but he's got 2 more.
This is his teammate.
Yeah, 2 more laps to go, I believe.
Well, he's in the 2nd, next to last lap as it is. So he's got to catch this guy.
Yep.
His teammate, and he's now 50 meters behind him.
He's going to flash the. He's giving this guy 2 laps, and he's going to give the leader right here the bell lap right now.
Think this kid will place in 1A state, do you?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I'd like to know what his time is. Yeah, he'll do fine.
Austin Roth for the Lions.
He will pass the 2nd place runner.
$10 meters to go.
He was just playing with us in that mile, wasn't
Yes, he was.
I think
Man,
he was,
look at him running away with it.
I think
Mike.
he was just saving a little bit for this 2 mile because he wanted this one bad, didn't he?
Look at him running away.
And he's been running pretty hard the whole race, too.
This is phenomenal. Man, you don't see this very often.
Yeah, no. Kind of wondering what his time was.
Look at him burn it. Well, we'll have to listen for the time. What's his best time for the year?
It's not on here.
Not on there?
No.
Huh.
He's not on there, St. John Beloit. There's a Beloit, but not a St. John Beloit.
Huh.
The time's 14 minutes, and Roth's is 11, so I know it's not the right one.
Here comes Austin Roth.
He should still have another lap to go.
Uh-huh.
One,
Well, showing.
one lap.
Oh, okay.
He's holding one finger up, but
Yeah.
why he's got 2, I guess, for the lapped people
Uh-huh.
that still have a. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what his time was. He's looking rather fresh over there, though. It looked like he could go another lap or 2.
Well, yeah. Goodness. If he needed to conserve his energy, he easily could have.
Bob Smith's talking to him.
Here's Alex Cooter coming up. Showing 2 laps to go for Alex. Not one.
Oh, one.
We'll catch them as they come around.
This guy should finish right here, I think. Yeah, he's done. He's got one more.
Okay, here comes Cooter. I must have missed Roth.
Good finish there for Cooter.
Next up be the 4x4. Heat of the girls, heat of the boys.
Okay, here we go, girls. 4x4. Reagan Smith will lead it off for Minneapolis.
Mrs. Baker, if you could have a results runner run those 3,200 meters up to the box, please. 3,200 meter results to the press box, please.
And Reagan is in first place. As I can tell, Dale is gone, so I'm having to run the camera. Be Reagan, I think. Wait till she gets over here and I can tell for sure. Yes, that is Reagan Smith. Minneapolis running in third. She'll hand off to like Caroline Giles. And we got our spotter back. Minneapolis running third. Caroline Giles with the carry. Right at third, and now dropping to fourth. You've got Abilene, Smoky Valley, or excuse me, Abilene, Clay Center, Concordia, and Minneapolis in that order. This is the second leg of the girls 4x4.
Come on, Addie, you got to restart. Go! There you go.
Giles is starting to come back.
She is a distance person.
Come on, Addie! Come on!
That girl can sing.
I was told that. Her mother can too.
Yes. She's got her mother's voice. She's going to move into third here, not quite. Off to Carly Shoup.
Not a good handoff, but Shoup makes up the difference there and blows past the Smoky Valley runner and has got her eyes set on Concordia, and they're both motoring down the backstretch. Carly Shoup is making up ground, but here comes the girl she already passed, so this could be a race. Abilene's cruising, and our anchor runner will be
There you go.
Zoe Shoup.
that's Zoe Shoup, and this is Carly Shoup.
The senior. Zoe the freshman.
Well, they had Vigneri down as one. And
Carly's going to move into second.
She's got a nice pace to her. A nice run. And she'll hand off to her sister.
Uh-oh, bad handoff. Carly ran out of gas. Zoe had to stop to get the baton. Zoe was going to have her hands full with this speedster in front of her anyway.
Yes. She has got a ways to make up, and that Concordia girl just blew past Abilene. Shoup will give it a go here with 200 meters to go. She might have a chance. Abilene girl is slowing. Concordia. Smoky Valley. And Minneapolis. Shoup will finish for Minneapolis in third place. She's got a good stride to her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Third place finish. Nicely done by Minneapolis.
It might have been closer if it hadn't had the bad handoff. I don't know that
Yeah, I don't
if she could have
know
got
either.
second or not. But,
It's Caroline Giles, Carly Shoup, Zoe Shoup, and Reagan Smith. And the girls 4x4. Third place finish.
the boys 4x4 coming up. We'll be back for the start. Okay. All right, boys 4x4 coming up. Junior varsity in lane 1. Varsity in lane 2. The leadoff runner for the varsity is Brubaker. Lane 1 is Hunter Allison for the JVs.
You're going to run them all in one heat here, JV and varsity. Dale mentioned. And they're off. Good start. I was impressed with Hunter Allison with his relay, 300. He's got some endurance. You have to stay in your own lane here until they hand off. Brubaker and then Allison. Guy in the white is flat,
Concordia runner.
making up the stagger for sure.
Brubaker's not doing bad.
Contreras will run in lane 1, Flagler in lane 2 when they get around here to hand off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brubaker's in 6th right now. Hunter Allison for the JVs in 8th.
Brubaker hands off to Flagler. Allison will give it to Contreras. Now Contreras in full throttle. Took him a minute to get rolling. Now he's motoring. Flagler doing nice down backstretch. 4th place right now.
And Felipe is in 7th for the JVs.
He will hand off to Jackson Metzler. Flagler closing here at the end. Could be a race. Metzler with the carry now for Minneapolis. He's got a good stride to him too. Contreras will hand off to
Green?
No,
No, Sherbert.
that would be Isaiah Sherbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson Metzler over here.
Is making up ground on the Concordia runner.
This is the 3rd leg.
Results of the junior varsity.
Lane Sanders will anchor for the varsity.
100-meter run in 6th place, Andrew Scoggin of Smoky Valley. Isaiah Ferber,
And Jonah
5th place.
will carry for
In 3rd place, Brandon
the other Minneapolis team and anchor. Jackson with a nice run there and had a good finish. Jackson Etzler hands off to Lane Sanders. Jonah's got some work cut out
Here comes
for him.
Isaiah Sherbert.
Sherbert.
He gained some ground, now losing it again.
Jonah will have a fair piece to go here, but he's got the inside lane, and he's going to go right around the Abilene runner. Sanders doing well down the backstretch, still
4th.
same distance behind the Concordia runner. And it's going to be Smoky Valley.
And Jonah Osham moving up here on the backstretch.
Jonah's picked up one and headed for another one. He's got kid in front of him if he can close at the end.
Lane
And here comes
Sanders.
Lane.
Solid 4th.
Solid 4th. Good strong finish by Lane.
And here comes Jonah Osherman.
Jonah's got a ways to go.
The freshman.
Good finish. Good strong finish. He keeps getting stronger. He'll
Be a good 400 runner,
yes,
won't
he
he?
will. Yes, he will.
He's like his old man.
I think he's faster than his dad.
Yeah.
He's also taller.
Uh-huh.
We like that news.
Well, we hope you have enjoyed this broadcast of the annual Minneapolis Invitational, varsity and junior varsity.
This was very enjoyable.
Amazing.
It was big this time.
It was bigger than the last few have been, yes.
Pretty weak
Uh-huh.
a few years past.
So we're glad to see it get a little bit stronger here. Having some good 4A competition with Chapman
Yeah.
and Smoky
Abilene.
Valley, Abilene, Concordia,
Yep.
along with some good 3A squads in St. John's and Beloit. So we hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks as always for having us in your home. We'll try to get back with some baseball, softball, maybe track on down the line. We'll have to see how the weather goes and schedules go. Dale Leach and
Mike Perry.
signing off. God bless, folks. Good night.